On today's episode of NBA Kicks, we have a hybrid sneaker that we have never seen before, a PE from the Mushroom Kingdom, and one of the best Kobe customs of the entire season, but not on a Nike sneaker. I'm your host, Rahman. Welcome to NBA Kicks.
Let's go!
Starting off the list at number 10, we have Montrezl Harrell with the Reebok Pump Omni Light. Montrezl Harrell was officially named the 2019-26 Man of the Year, which is a very well-deserved award, even though we all knew it was either going to be him or his teammate Lou Will. But us sneakerheads know Montrezl is one of the more prolific figures on NBA Kicks, thanks to his unique array of Reebok sneakers. During game one of the semifinals, Trez rocked a red, black, and white colorway of the Pump, which is a sneaker that we don't see very often on the floor. In fact, I think Montrezl is the only guy rocking the Pumps in the league, so for that distinction alone, he earns the number 10 spot on this week's list. But for real though, do you guys think that trip to the club cost Lou Will the 6th Man of the Year? I mean, it's possible. Next up at number 9, we have Donovan Mitchell with a new colorway of his second signature model from Adidas. Now, Spider Mitchell and the Jazz unfortunately did blow a 3-1 lead against the Nuggets, but at least Mitchell did it in style here with this colorway of the Don issue number 2, which I know you guys really want me to review, but seriously, there's nothing I can do. The courts are still closed out here, but trust, I will pick up a pair and a video is coming in the near future. As for this colorway, these use an orange, black, and white color scheme and also has a tiger camo graphic on the upper, which is giving me some serious Tony the Tiger vibes. But either way, this colorway goes extremely well with the Jazz's City Edition uniforms, and that's mainly why they earned a spot on this week's list. However, I am still waiting for Adidas to drop that Venom colorway, and it's a damn shame that we didn't get to see Mitchell rock them in the playoffs. But I guess Adidas was like everybody else and just assumed that the Jazz would eliminate the Nuggets. So yeah, Adidas, next time, just give the people what they want, man. Coming in at number 8, we have Kawhi Leonard with a classic colorway of the New Balance Kawhi. Now, as you guys know, Kawhi Leonard's first signature sneaker with New Balance has been seen in a ton of vibrant and colorful colorways, which honestly has been a surprise, especially when Kawhi is a bit robotic in nature. But it looks like New Balance is falling back into form here with this classic black and gray colorway. It might not be the most unique colorway that we've seen this postseason, and some people might think it's just a little too basic. But to me, these are definitely one of the cleaner colorways of the Kawhi that we've seen all season long. And as someone who loves playing in blacked out colorways, these are definitely on my radar, especially since they kind of give off a Black Panther type of vibe with the overall colorway, as well as the design of the silhouette. Next up at number 7, we have Danny Green with the Super Mario colorway of the Puma RS Dreamer. J. Cole's signature sneaker with Puma teams up with Nintendo to bring Super Mario fans a colorway that is inspired by everybody's favorite Italian plumber and will for surely bring back some nostalgia. Using the classic red, blue, and white color scheme, which perfectly captures Mario's persona, Puma also added a Super Mario graphic on the tongue's pull tab, as well as yellow hits throughout the silhouette, such as the eyelids branding, as well as with a star graphic on the back of the heel, which is subtle but also a very nice touch. Even though Puma could have went all out with crazy graphics from the Super Mario world, this is just a perfect example of keeping things simple to create an overall clean package. However, it does look like Puma has plans to release 2 Galaxy-themed Mario colorways as well in the near future. But for now, video game fans are treated with this simple but clean Mario colorway that brings us all back to our childhood. 2020 has been an absolutely crazy year with a lot of things changing, but one thing remains the same: Luigi gets no love. Next up at number 6, we have Jamal Murray with a custom colorway of the Adidas Pro Model 2G. Now, Jamal Murray has been absolutely balling this postseason, and he became just one of 2 players alongside the great Allen Iverson to drop 25 points in 1 half in 3 straight playoff games. Now, in the wise words of Mars Blackman, it's gotta be the shoes, and Jamal's shoes are these custom Pro Model 2Gs, which have portraits of both Breonna Taylor and George Floyd on them. Murray has been one of the leading voices in the league for social justice in America, and he also gave his custom Pro Model shoes the spotlight during his media availability, and then just simply sat there in silence to not take away from his overall message, which is obviously to give justice for the unlawful deaths of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. Just for that act alone, Murray is more than deserving of a spot on NBA Kicks. However, the custom work done on this colorway is great as well, with high quality portraits, even though that black midsole does seem to be chipping off. It must be because he's balling so hard. So Jamal, keep doing what you're doing. You're absolutely killing it, boy. Alright, so before we get to our top 5, we usually talk about the honorable mentions for this episode, but instead of doing that, I have to ask you guys if you could please drop a like on this video. It literally only takes a second and it helps me out a ton. Like, for real, guys, you have no idea how much engaging with this video helps me out, and it helps you out because the better I do, the more videos you get, and it's just everyone's happy. So please hit the thumbs, not this one of the ones down here. I'd really appreciate it. Coming in at number 5, we have Julie Aleman with a custom colorway of the Nike Kobe 5. Alright, so this one comes by way of the WNBA. Indiana Fever guard Julie Aleman rocks this awesome custom colorway of the Kobe 5, which puts equality at the forefront thanks to the variety of fists on the lateral side of the upper, which all take on a more graphic approach, and honestly, I think it works very well with the overall theme here. Behind the fist, you have a black, yellow, and red upper, which represents Aleman's home country of Belgium, which you can also see right there on the heel cup. And if you also take a look at the right lateral side, you can see the future is female graphic on the upper. Using shoes as a form of protest is at an all-time high, and in my opinion, it's been absolutely awesome to see, since it gives players a voice as well as a platform to stand up for what they believe in. And I hope that we get to see more custom colorways just like this, not just in the WNBA, but in the NBA as well. Next up at number 4, we have Russell Westbrook with a new colorway of the Jordan Why Not 0.3. So Russ rocked this very interesting colorway of his third signature model that uses a kind of denim look with some jean overlays, while the rest of the colorway is accented with a variety of colors ranging from green to orange and even a burgundy. But while this colorway is pretty unique looking, the shoe that Russ rocked off of the court is what really captured my attention. Here we see Russ with a hybrid Why Not 0.3 that uses the iconic midsole of the Air Jordan 3. And while I usually am not a fan of hybrid sneakers like Kyrie's hybrid series from Nike, these honestly don't bother me as much for whatever reason. I'm actually a little shocked how well the Why Not's upper goes with the 3's midsole, and I'm wondering if Jordan Brand will continue to do this with Russ's signature line moving forward. So maybe we'll see a Why Not 0.4 use the midsole of the Air Jordan 4s. I'd be down for that, but let me know what you guys think about these hybrids in the comment section below. Is it a cop or is it a drop? Next up at number 3, we have Chris Middleton with a player exclusive colorway of the Nike Kobe 5 Pro Tro. Now, one of the bigger surprises this postseason is the fact that Miami has basically dominated the number 1 seed of Milwaukee Bucks, but Chris Middleton in Game 4 was absolutely fantastic. And again, I mean, it's gotta be the shoes, right guys? I mean, look at these Kobe 5s. That cream upper is always going to be a W in my book, and that interesting pattern on the underlay gives this colorway some depth, which is also accented by a green heel cup, swoosh, and inner lining, as well as a blue Kobe logo on the tongue, which rounds out the Bucks team colors for an overall clean colorway that is one of the best PEs of the Kobe 5s that we have seen all season long. Coming in as our runner-up, we have PJ Tucker with the very rare colorway of the Nike Zoom Kobe 4. Now, it's no secret, PJ Tucker is basically the king of sneakers in the NBA. And honestly, he's earned that title because his collection of kicks is just super deep with extremely rare sneakers, just like the sample colorway of the Kobe 4s that PJ rocked during Game 1 of the Western Conference Semis. This sample uses a blue and white color scheme alongside a graphic on the tongue that I can't quite make out what it fully says, but I do see Las Vegas on it. Either way, it doesn't really matter because not only is this colorway extremely rare, but personally, I've never seen this sample myself. So how PJ got his hands on a pair in his size is beyond me. And the fact that he actually played in them is even crazier. So even though it's not the most unique colorway visually, technically, it is one of the most unique Kobes out there. So that's good enough to secure the number 2 spot on this week's list. Finally, at number 1, we have James Harden with a custom colorway of the Harden Volume 4 from Adidas. Wow, guys, I mean, just look at these things. To start things off, you have a white and light gray upper, which really allows those purple and yellow accents to pop right off of the silhouette. And then you also have some personal artifacts as well, such as the 824 on both of the heels, as well as the RI Bean inscription on the lateral side of the toe box, which, in case you didn't know, Bean is Kobe's middle name since his dad's nickname was Jelly Bean Joe Bryant. My favorite part about this custom has got to be the snake scales on the eyelets, which uses a yellow to purple gradient fade on them, but you also got to love the two-tone design that has the left shoe with a purple midsole that has yellow speckles, while the right shoe has a yellow midsole with purple speckles. All in all, this is easily the best colorway worn in the NBA last week, and even though it's a Kobe Bryant inspired colorway of a non-Nike sneaker, Kobe was part of Team Adidas once upon a time, so when it's all said and done, these are hands down the best sneaker in the NBA during week 3 of the 2019-20 NBA postseason. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of NBA Kicks, which if you did, again, please drop this video a like and consider subscribing for more episodes just like this every single week. My name's Jaren. It's great having you. I'm gonna go watch some playoff basketball. Peace.